Hey guys, day 2 of 3.27 on the Earthshatter Berserker. Here's the tier 16 map, just going to chuck in just a quick Alk and go, because it's just what we've been doing. Probably going to start looking at a different strategy that will just be juicing a little bit right after I do this vid actually. Just grab that sentinel, if I can click it. Yeah, I guess go into things that we've done. We've comped the Atlas. We're 115, sorry, out of 115. Currently on 2 Void Stones. Would have been 4, but the Uberelder fragments are like 60C each at the minute, so it's a little bit expensive. Would be looking at like the 2.5 div mark just to get our Void Stones done, so I'll probably wait till tomorrow. Really would want to get them done, but obviously it's is what it is, right? Like a little bit expensive for me now. I do have the currency to pay for it, but don't really want to. Guess I should be doing it as a priority, but there you go. Anyway, I'm rambling about Void Stones. We'll get them tomorrow, regardless. But this is just what we've been doing. I can go tier 16s. It's been not bad. Probably want a more focused strat coming in soon. Yeah, these maps are a lot longer than the maps in Torchlight, so I actually need to think of more things to talk about during this. I suppose I can go through the list of things I've got. We've got a couple of favourite slots. Gonna be favourite in Defiled Cathedral, just for a little bit of a change. We usually do Jungle Valley, but it's really, really boring. Map sustain's been a little bit bad. Probably have to go into a couple more map sustain nodes. Just going to skip the rest of these rituals just so I can get towards the end quicker. Just actually talk about the things that I've changed on the build. Another thing we done was we swapped Bandit. We actually swapped from a Lyra to kill all bandits, so we got the extra 1 point. We put that into a dual socket, and I haven't actually filled that yet. I haven't actually brought the jewel for it. Probably just looking for like life and like attack damage with two-hander or something. Wow, I had to choose the longest map in the world, right? Jesus. Trying to get towards the end here. It would be my luck that I'll jump towards the end here and then just die to this boss. Like we've been absolutely fine all afternoon. Build was feeling a little bit squishy when I woke up and jumped into tier 16s, to be honest with you, but yeah, we actually fixed the issues we had. We had a lot of issues with degen. We swapped flasks and stuff. I'll talk about that in a sec. Just carry on towards the end of this map. These really are longer than Torchlight maps, aren't they? You don't really know. Like, I'm a PoE player, but you don't really notice it until you go and play Torchlight. And you do 1 minute map where you're clearing absolutely everything. And there's the map boss. And obviously didn't nearly die to that one like we did yesterday with the issues we were having with degen. Alright, so let's talk about what we changed. We changed, I'm just going in order. This might be a bit random, like the order, but I'm just going in order of how we actually change things, just because I have notes written up, right, in the notepad. Just when something changes, I chuck it on that note, and then we go through it. Right, so first off, we hit a qualityed Infernal Cry. We just chucked that on, leveled it up. With War Cries, you want them different qualities, so they're sort of staggered. So that's why we went with that and re-leveled it. We sorted Flasks. We've got this sort of like scuffed Mage Blood at Home setup, where we have gain charges when you're hit by an enemy on the prefix, and then we have like decent suffixes, right? So we've got immunity to bleeding and corrupted blood during effect of this basalt flask. We've got regen life here with the consecrated ground that sort of like fixed our degen issues. We've got just some armor here. We've got reduced effect of chill freeze duration here, and then we've got. I actually need to re-roll this one. I actually was going to re-roll this one and forgot to do it, but there we go. So reminder to self, I will re-roll this very first thing that I need to do. Pantheon, we went into Soul of the Brine King from Arakali, and we finished it. So we've got reduced effective chill on here. We're basically chill immune here. We're avoid immune from tree. I don't think I can come out of Unwavering Stance just because I like the complete stun immunity of it. And then we kept in Ralakesh and we got Leaf the Swift-handed from there. Next was we grabbed a belt. Pretty nice. I think this was 20C. This covered our resistances. We saved a point by coming out of this box here. So what we had was we had 2 points here, and it created like this weird box that I really dislike. But obviously, if you're going the fortify node, you have to take this node. And we saved 2 points by putting a point in here and coming out of these 2 points. So we saved a point there. I did plan to come out of these fortify nodes and go into fortify on a weapon link, but I'm just going to leave it as it is for now because the Earthshatter links are actually kind of set, right? You have like Fist of War, which you need. You have Pulverize, which you kind of need. And then you have Overexertion, which you kind of need, and Brutality is just super good too. So just leaving it as it is for now. Maybe we'll see if we can find another source of Fortify, but yeah, for now this is how we're getting Fortify. This is why we're staying into these points. I came out of the melee damage nodes here as well, and we put them up towards here to get another endurance charge just to make us a little bit tanky. Here's the jewel socket that I talked about where we saved the point and just haven't filled it yet, so I need to probably do that right after recording this. I grabbed a pretty good pair of boots for 100C. These were 100C, but you can see they've got 30% move speed on, good base armor, and then 3 resistances and 114 life, sorry. And then we just chucked 2 prefixes, not prefixes, base affixes on them with Eldritch, Embers, and this is just what we'll use for a while. Next was we grabbed a decent Amethyst ring. This was 20C. The life's a little bit low, but covered us with dex, gave us 40 odd chaos resist, and then we just chucked Elrian Craft on it. We chucked Elrian Craft on the one on the left as well. You can see here we're nearly at chaos res cap. This really helped with all of the degen that we were taking, and haven't really died since then. We're currently at 94. Yeah, and then we picked up this helm for 10C. So 128 life, 47 cold res, 30 lightning res. The rarities, whatever. Accuracy will be nice when we swap to Jug because we're coming out of Resolute Technique. And then again, I just put the Eldritch Implicits on it. So it made us a little bit more tanky towards Fizz. We came out of the Mana Flask because we didn't really need it anymore. And then I think that was it. Swap this into Corrupted Blood, but I could probably come out of it because of Leaf and then because of this as well. So that should cover us fairly well on that. Yes, shaping up quite nicely, to be honest with you. I'm probably working at coming out of these nodes now because I just went for the life node. The one at the bottom there, skills cost life instead of 15% of mana cost. And we actually have Fizz attack leached as mana on our weapon, same weapon as yesterday that we're still using. So that should be enough to cover us mana-wise. So I'm probably going to come out of these 4 points here and then look at putting them into like more life or something just to help us level up a little bit. I don't really feel like we need a lot of damage right now, so that's probably where I'm going next. Anoint, I just went for Kinetic Impact. Does only save a couple of points. It is somewhere here on True. But basically how I decided my Anoint is I obviously didn't want to go for any expensive one. But I just pulled up Power Report. You just click on Show Node Power, Show Power Report, and then it just brings up, which ones are the best ones. This is the per point cost. I went by the combined DPS cost because obviously we only care about the actual node we're pointing to. We're not pathing towards it. And then, you can take Kinetic Impact, look at it. Amber as your violet. This was like 3C or something. Yeah, we'll take that. Or could have went Harpooner for Impale. Could have went Hatchet Master. This is Onslaught, but we actually have Onslaught already on our Tanu Ahi. So I think next is probably fix the issues I went over, which is affixes on the Quicksilver. Buy a jewel to put in here because this is just empty at the minute, and then I might corrupt a bunch of Carnage Hearts and Tanu Ahi and just look for a good implicit, and then that's probably could probably pick up a better chest as well, but I think this is fine for now. Once we hit the point where we stop dying and I feel like the damage is enough, which is basically there now, apart from just some corners we need to fix, like that's probably it, right? Like we're probably starting to put this currency into the next iteration of the build, which is going to be Jug Staff Swap variant, I think. So this is where the build is. This is where we've farmed up to. Currently looking at about like 8.5 divine right now. These have gone up to sort of like 120. We brought these for like 85 yesterday mostly. Brought a couple more today for like 90s, and then I think one was 100. But these are going up, as I said, gone up to like 120. So we've basically the ones that we brought yesterday are now worth like 50% more chaos. So just protecting ourselves against inflation by buying into divines. Haven't broke down any of the bubblegum currency yet or anything. Just stacking this up. And then, yeah, we'll look towards the transition of the build in the next couple of days. Monday, Tuesday is usually fairly busy for me, and I do WoW raids in the evening, so might not be able to get to play much or show much tomorrow. Might be a quick vid, might just skip tomorrow and do one on Thursday. But if not, see you tomorrow, or otherwise, see you Tuesday. Bye.